Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Hersey Hoops podcast, back for its 5th season. I'm Johnny Fahey, joined alongside co-host Ryan Contreras-Betts. We will be bringing you weekly sessions with numerous members from your Husky Hoops squad. Also, big thanks to our sponsor, Jets Pizza, right over there on Rand Road. Raj is our guy over there, so thanks to him to continue to take care of us. And now, onto the pod.
Welcome to the first episode of the 2022-2023 Hersey Hoops Pod. I'm Ryan Contreras-Betts alongside co-host Johnny Fahey. This week we've got Jackson Hupp and Nick Ahlquist in. Jackson, Nick, how you guys doing today?
Pretty good.
Doing great. Happy to be here.
Yeah, so we're glad to have you. It's taken us a little while. We finally got the first weekly edition of the Hersey Hoops Pod getting going. It's going to be me and Johnny all year. Maybe once or twice Johnny can't make it.
No, I'll be here.
Okay, Johnny says he'll be here all year long. Obviously, we got the brand new season, new squad. It's 3-3 is the record right now, I'm correct?
Yeah.
So, obviously, it's got to be exciting starting out the season young.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I feel like it's a way for all of us to grow, find out how we work together and just, the components that we all bring to the table.
Yeah, only the beginning, so a lot to learn from, a lot of stuff to keep moving forward, and should be a fun season.
Having lost so many seniors last year, what players other than returning senior Jared Rigg have stepped up to a leadership position?
I'd have to say Jackson for sure, just because he's been here. He's been on varsity since a freshman, so for sure stepping up, being a leader. And other guys, just all of us at practice, I really think we really do all play for each other and are here for everyone to really come together and play together.
Yeah, I would say it was pretty tough losing a lot of them because, I obviously was around them a lot and, with, mentor groups and stuff like that, you obviously had a lot of them around. Mm-hmm. But I feel like Jared and I have tried stepping up to the plate a lot more. But I also think a lot of the guys like Nick, he loves taking care of all of us. He makes sure we're all good, stuff like that. And then, obviously, Kyle, he's a sophomore, so he's still super young for being on varsity, but I feel like he's stepped up to the plate. Ricky, Brody, all those guys. And some guys coming off the bench, too. It's not just the starters. I feel like they play a huge role, and, some of the guys in practice, they just push us to our best abilities, which I am very thankful for.
Yeah, for sure. Everyone at practice has a role, and they might not like it, but it definitely suits and helps the team a lot, so.
Yeah.
Well, definitely, so obviously it's a new leadership group, new players, and like you mentioned, Nick, a bunch of new roles. But you've also got a new head coach, so, new system, new way to run it. How's that adjustment period been so far?
I've really liked it. Last year I practiced with varsity for playoffs, and so I was there around with Hess last year, and he was only the assistant coach last year, but I still really liked it last year. Then today, from summer camp when we first started practicing all the way to right now, I've really enjoyed it. Not a new stuff in the system, but everyone's adapting to it really well, and I think it's really good.
Yeah, going off what he said, I feel like with him being there last year, I feel like it helped us a lot just to kind of get to know him. And now that he's our head coach, it's just he was always kind of there, and we all knew him. He's a great head coach, knows a lot. He's been on amazing programs with the Stevenson team and Jalen Brunson. So he obviously has a lot of knowledge under his belt, and he's brought that to the table along with our assistant coach, Coach Taylor, and a bunch of the other coaches. They just all help us, which is amazing.
For sure.
Yeah, I know. Johnny says, I know you played. Did you have anything with
I played in
I know
7th and 8th grade. I managed last year, and Hess was great the whole time. I liked Hess a lot. The whole program was a lot of fun last year. Can't manage this year though because I have work now, so I got a job. But
working man.
Yeah, I am. But I had a great experience with Hess. He's a really good guy.
Yeah. So, Jackson, we're going to ask you. You're one of 2 returning starters on this squad, and, you've got a bunch of new challenges. How are you approaching them each and every day?
I feel like there's some, challenges that are kind of out of my control sometimes. Same with Jared as well. But I feel like I try and bring the most to the table where I make sure guys are all put together. I make sure everyone's all good. I try and get them involved in whatever I can, whether that's like on the court or off the court. I try and, go different places with them, like go out to eat, like small things like that. But I feel like the leadership rule really comes with just like persistence and I would just say hard work. Like some guys are looking up to you and you can't have like a negative impact. And I feel like if you have a positive impact, it doesn't affect it not only affects one person you're bringing it toward, but it also like spreads out to the rest of the team, which then like helps everyone else along with the coaches.
Yeah. So Nick, I know obviously you've got to be under Jackson. What does he do that you enjoy the most?
I mean, besides scoring 29 points on Saturday, he's always a guy to look up to because he's been here since I'm varsity since freshman. But he's a great team player. Even not even on the court, just a great friend, great person to be around. And he just brings so much energy to practice that other guys feed off of it. Me including Jared, everyone there, they feed off of it, and it just really just makes practice and basketball really fun and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned looking up. We got to look up to him too. He's got the height advantage
Yeah,
over all of us.
A little bit.
So obviously we experienced a couple of difficult losses against some pretty good teams over the Thanksgiving tournament.
Yeah, of course.
Started the season a little bit slower than you would have liked. Obviously now we're kind of past that, but what was the approach in practice the following week to really learn from maybe a couple of the mistakes you made in those early games?
I think one of the main things both of us took away from that was it's not just like about the loss. Like, I mean, GBS, Palatine, and Stevenson were all great teams that we lost to, and we're not just going to be like, oh, like we should have beat them. Why didn't we beat them? We're going to look at that as like, what can we do to beat another team like that, which we did against Lake Forest. They were a really great team. I feel like we executed, we stuck together. It was a like team mentality instead of individual. And, I feel like the week after that, Hess didn't just like get on us about like you guys got to like stay together and work together, because this isn't like, it's a team sport. You guys have to work together. I feel as if we did a ton of like communication, which was very key, and just like a lot of like the mental stuff, like being able to like stick into the game and just like not focus on outside things. What would you say?
I mean, I think me, Jackson, the whole team, we like learned a lot because it was 1 week of four games.
Yeah.
So Monday we had a game, Tuesday was off, Wednesday we had a game, Thursday was Thanksgiving, and then Friday, Saturday we had games. And so it wasn't it's not like a normal week where we can practice and go watch film and learn all this stuff. So it was definitely like Monday we played Stevenson, and after practice we would go watch film, and then Tuesday we had practice, and then we would watch film. We can't watch film of the past game because we had to watch film of the next upcoming game. So we not a lot of chance to like learn from stuff based off film, but it was like a really good week and just like beginning of basketball. And yeah, we lost, but I think a lot of guys learned from it. It was fun.
Yeah.
And they were a lot of really good basketball games as well. So.
Yeah, definitely. So obviously that week afterwards, you guys did good. I mean, you've won 3 of 4. You're back at 500. Do you think there's a specific turning point in any of the games, or maybe at practice? I don't know, Jared missed, like, airballed something, you guys all laughed and loosened up or anything?
I wouldn't say it's, like, you mentioned Jared, but I feel like it's a lot of different guys. Like, sometimes, like, say in practice, like, some of the guys will get on me if I make a turnover, if I, like, they're like, oh, you got to look at this, and I'd be like, all right. And then sometimes, like, we kind of get on each other about different things, but that's because we're, like, trying to push each other to our best abilities. And I feel like in practices a lot, like, we do a couple of drills that are just, like, sometimes fun. So, like, if, my team is winning against him, like, I'll, like, shove him around a little bit, but then, like, say the next drill we do, they're winning, he'll job back at me. Like, it's just, like, kind of like a fun game, and you got to loosen up a little bit. Like, sometimes people take things a little too seriously, and that just doesn't make it fun. And in the games, like, before each and every, like timeout or before the jump ball, we're like, yo, let's have some fun. Like, this this game is meant to be played together and to share memories. And when you look past that, it's like what, like, yeah, we could win or lose, but you got to have some external factors.
Always like even like the huddle when we all get called out, and then before the game we huddle up right before the jump ball, and we're all basically saying the same thing: is go out there, play for each other, let loose, just have fun, and just let's make it a game basically. And definitely like at practice, there's times where you gotta lock in and be serious, but there's other times we're doing a fun drill or a water break or whatever. We're messing around, but we always know when to have fun and make sure we're locked in and practicing. And then another good fun thing is shoot around. At the end of shoot around, we do based off our class
half-courts?
or whatever, and we shoot a half-court shot. So if you make a half-court shot, like we all go crazy or whatever.
Like if you won the game on a half quarter.
Yeah, like we lift each other up, and like that's like right before the game or whatever.
Yeah.
So like all just like we do that and kind of just like gets everyone to like loosen up, like go out there and just have fun really. So
Yeah.
Nick, this question's for you. Being a JV player last year, going all the way up to varsity this year, what kind of steps did you take to be able to be a starter on this year's squad?
Definitely just always working, trying to impress the coaches. But I'd say off season for AAU and over the summer, just continuing to always put in work and do what the coaches asked for me. And I remember like when we went up to practice during playoffs, because I played sophomores last year, got called up for certain JV games, and then after our sophomore season was over, I got called up to practice for varsity and was able to like watch a game. So I really got to learn a lot of cool things on how it is to be a varsity player, what it takes, and what the games are like. So definitely just learned a lot from watching basketball and just continuing to put in the work. So.
You guys had your first home game of the year last night, or a few nights ago.
On Saturday.
Saturday, yeah.
Sorry.
Not that long
You guys
ago,
won
Johnny.
61-49, and the crowd was really into that game. How did you guys feed off of the crowd's energy?
You want to go first?
It's definitely when you're on the court compared to like hearing it, because like sometimes like a lot of we all have like friends in the student section, and like they'll be like, oh, like we were saying this and this and we were talking to you, and like, oh, did you hear us? Like, no, I didn't hear any of it. Like I think we can both say the same thing. Like when they are like cheering, obviously you hear it, but then you just have to worry about the next play. But it like a bunch of the crowd and the energy does feed into like performance as well, because I think that's what shut down them a little as well, because we were kind of like neck and neck for a lot of it, and then once we started rolling and they kind of got down on themselves, that was one, and then once they started like giving into the crowd, that's two, and then it was just rolling from there.
Yeah, the students, our student section, I was in there, and we were going at it with the teams, their freshman team, and there were some adults on the other side.
Even their coach.
Kind of getting into it.
Yeah.
Their coach wasn't
It was
happy
so
with us
funny.
either.
He like stared down Chad. Did you see
I
that?
heard about that.
There was some stuff we probably shouldn't have said that was
Yeah.
said, but, that's
It's
going to
a
happen.
game.
Stays in the crowd, stays in the court.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like you mentioned like zoning it out. Kind of, I know a lot of like pro athletes they'll talk about that, almost like things like slow down a little bit. It's like some say like it becomes silent. Is that similar for you?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes with free throws, it's a lot like that, where it's just like you're so focused on like some of your like techniques. So like we both have like different shooting routines, and when I'm going through it, I just like think about that, and then I think about making it. But then like you can obviously like tell there's like stuff around you, but you can't like sense of what it is. And then sometimes if there's like a super big play, you're worried about the play and not the crowd, and so like it feels like everything goes silent, and it's like you don't realize it until you like reflect on it after.
Yeah. It's like you're definitely like aware of it, but you're not thinking about it, and it's not bothering you. You're really just it's a free throw, like you're locked in, you're
It's kind of
going
cool.
through your routine. It is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, definitely like while we're playing the game, like and the students like chirping or whatever, you don't really listen to it. Like I always like come home after the game, and mom was like, "Oh, do you remember this play?" Like, oh, I was screaming. I'm like, "No, I did not hear you, Mom." Like, stuff like that. But the one time in the game was where I think it was number 21 or 31, 34, whatever his number was. He like dribbled the ball like off his foot and went out of bounds, and the ball was like right by the crowd. And like I ran over to like grab the ball or whatever because I was guarding the guy. That was pretty fun, but that's honestly the only time where I really like interacted with the crowd or really like was aware of it. But it was
They were jawing at the kid too, and
Oh,
you were
yeah.
right near.
I was right there. I was picking the ball like flex. It was,
Yeah,
it was pretty
absolutely.
funny.
Yeah.
We were getting into it. It was
Yeah.
fun.
Jackson, so you went up for that dunk. Did you hear anything there, or because I remember I was expecting you to flex or something when you're running back down the court, and you just had like the blankest stare forward.
Yeah, so normally, like last year, I only had one in-game dunk, and that was at Elk Grove, and it was kind of like just like standard dunk.
It was a fast break.
Yeah. And this year, when we were at Elk Grove again, I told the guys like I'm trying to get an in-game dunk, and so I got one, and then I got another, and I'm like, dude, we're rolling.
I missed the second one. The
And
second
then-
one was better.
Yeah, but then
missed it?
Coach was trying to play. I was like,
Oh.
Yeah, and so this game, I feel like I just like looked at the moment and I was like, I'm wide open, and I was like, I'm not gonna take a dribble, and I'm just gonna go up, and I saw someone right next to me, and then I saw like the bench, and I'm like, and then when I went up and grabbed the rim, I was like, dude,
Yeah, it was-
what is this? And then like I heard the student section like jawing and like yelling. I saw like a bunch of like the parents, and then I saw like the bench. I'm like, dude, I just wanted to like live in the moment
Yeah,
because
it
like
was-
that's not like it's never really happened to me. So like obviously I'm like trying to take it in, but I also wanted to like if I could, I would have done a backflip on the court.
Yeah, no, I was standing on the block, and you just got the pass, drop step. The kid was on like your like help side basically, but no one was really on you. Drop step and just went up and dunked it. But when you turn and jump, I hear Chuck Meister in the crowd. He goes, "Dunk that, Jackson!" Like screams or
Yeah.
whatever, and then you slam down.
That is the one thing
The
I
one-
heard.
yeah.
That is the one thing that I heard. I don't know why, but it just like stuck out, and then
Yeah.
I was like,
I know
might as
Chuck
well.
said it a couple times. I
Yeah.
know there was one layup all of us thought you were gonna slam it.
That my parents were talking about it, and they were like, oh, like you could have went up and dunked it, and my dad's like, oh, why didn't you? But my mom was like, all right, you needed the points.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I'm gonna just quickly lay it up, and I really did want to I did want to dunk it. Like I had a wide open chance, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, no, it was pretty cool because I remember after you dunked it, I'm like walking back and I turn around like at half court and like they're passing the ball in, and I just see the student section jumping up, going crazy, like everyone in the stands standing up. It was pretty cool. So yeah.
The way you jumped up for that layup, it looked like you were about to like go down, and then you just like
Yeah, it was a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about it midair, and then I'm like, dude, if I miss this, like this is not
a
gonna
little,
be
A little
good.
embarrassing. So.
Yeah, one, it's embarrassing, and two, like I probably would have heard it from Hess,
Yeah.
yeah.
just like get us the points and stuff like that. But you know, maybe one time this year I'll try and put it on someone, just
Yeah, for sure. You know, throw a lob up to you, or
Yeah.
you throw a lob up to me.
something like that. Pair
yeah.
me up on that.
I want to see you dunk one Ahlquist this year.
I'm getting close. So
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, but I
Can
don't
you
know.
get up there and
I
practice?
can get up there and practice.
Alright.
I mean, I'm
Maybe I'll throw
here
you
and
the
there.
lob.
Maybe he throws me a lob. I don't know.
You never know.
Maybe throw a lob, and we'll just tip it in. Nothing crazy, but still a little slam.
Sports Center,
Yeah.
some slight.
Do a
Nothing
little
crazy.
LeBron D Wade
Yeah,
look
maybe.
back.
Oh, that'd be
Ooh.
tough.
Place a crown on him or something.
Yeah,
crazy. I don't know.
something like that.
So Jackson, I mean, you're kind of on an absolute heater right now. Of course, 29 on Saturday, 23 versus Elk Grove, 27 versus Jacobs. You know, many plays. I mean, even at Lake Forest, your defense was strong too. I know you got called for a lot of fouls, but you were like snatching the ball
Yeah.
midair on a lot of those blocks. How do you continue to have that mindset of, this is the standard I'm going to set for myself. Let's meet it.
I would say for the standard last year it was mostly like, oh, we have like a deep roster, so like anyone on the bench can score, anyone on the court can score. Same as now, you can score really well. Kyle scored really good. Jared, he has a deep bag, and then And then Brody too. I feel like he's like one of the smoothest like kids on the court.
Yeah,
like every
100%.
time he like dribbles, you know something's about to happen. But I would say me personally, I'm not mostly looking at the points. I mean, like obviously I like have had some like high scoring games, but Hess always talks to me. He's like, listen, like just have it. Like it's just the flow of the game. Like if it happens, it happens. If I have a bad game, I have a bad game, and we just move on from that. Like last year, I remember vividly actually, Maine South I had 21, and I was like, oh, this is like my first like 20-point game or whatever. Next game against BG, who I thought wasn't as good as that Maine South team, I had 4 points, and they like sent multiple teams at me. I was like flustered, and I was like, oh, like what's happening? Like that was the first time it like really happened to me. But I would say just like me controlling myself mentally and just like locking in kind of, because like I know I want to get like if I like I'm sure both of us would want to get 40 points if we could. But it's also like I want to influence the game in other ways as well, whether that's assists, rebounds. I respect this man so much for the amount of charges he takes, like the knees straight to the chest. Like same with Kyle, like they like put their bodies on the line for the team, and I'm gonna try to do that more. But I would feel like assists are, I would feel like my main priority, and just like the flow of the game as it is.
Yeah, so you think that's really going to, I mean, upcoming opponents and all that, they're obviously going to have film on you.
Yeah.
So you think that's really going to also play into your mindset, knowing, hey, they might send a double team on me. I'm going to look for Nick on the far side, see if he's got an open lane.
Yeah, of course. I would say that's the great thing about basketball. No matter how much film they have on you, they don't have enough on someone else. So say I'm getting double teamed one day and Jared's also getting double teamed, you'll have Brody in the corner. You'll have Nick diving. You'll have Kyle on the wing. Anyone else, you'll have Ricky, like just diving to the rim, you know, hitting some pull-ups, you know. There is always another factor that has to play into that, and I feel like if I'm getting double teamed, I can always look for someone else, and I know they're going to put forth to the table, whether that's in points, rebounds, assists, steals, something like that. But I can really say that I have trust in these guys to make good decisions.
Good decisions from Nick too?
Of course. Of course. I don't think this kid has made one bad decision.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I think it's definitely, you can just trust your teammates and know like even for like the Elk Grove game, they kept doubling Jared off of, like we would come off a timeout or a made basket, they would double Jared, and we would know if Jared kicked it to either me on the wing, Kyle, whoever was on the wing, we would just instantly get to Jackson because we know either no one's on him or they have one guy on him that just can't guard him. So it's just trusting the whole team and having continuity offense and really just playing for each other and knowing everyone can score and do their job.
Yeah, that's a key aspect of the game, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, you mentioned the Elk Grove game. You guys are 1-0 in conference. I mean, that's probably the perfect start that you wanted. Yeah. You got BG later on this week. So how do you plan to carry that momentum from the Elk Grove game into game against BG, they had a tight game against Prospect. I forget if Prospect pulled away.
I think BG did.
Or did BG?
I think BG won by like a couple points, like 2 or 4 points, I don't know.
I think it's just worrying about ourselves at this point.
Yeah.
Like we have to figure out what we need to do and not be like, oh, like so-and-so had this many points or so. Like it can change so much in a week that they either lose confidence. Like we have 2 games this week and say BG also has 2 games, and say like their best player just starts losing confidence after that one game because like their like mental toughness and stuff like that is just kind of decreasing a little bit. We just have to worry about ourselves and just like practice, prepare, and stuff like that. And I think it's just like kind of like a team issue.
Yeah, just don't be worried about the uncontrollables. Control controllables, and just play for each other. study film, like stuff, and just like obviously like I have goals for the team in the future, but like be where your feet are and know like it's one game, like we're gonna get through this, or just make sure you're watching film and just keeping or staying confident and having your team stay together and stuff like that. Really.
Yeah. Can we quote him on that? That was really good.
Yeah, that made me like smile
Couple-
over here.
I
That was,
know.
that was
Yeah,
very
that was-
controllable.
Couple quotes from Tom Nelson and
Yeah.
Tom Nelson
Joe Pardon
quote.
right there.
Mahatma
Tom
Gandhi
Nelson,
out here.
control the controllables from Tom Nelson, and
We'll put that up there.
be
Alright,
where,
good.
be where your feet are by Joe Pa. So yeah.
We'll get that on the socials. You had a great quote earlier too. You said something like, I forget it. I'll have to like listen back, but you said something. You're like in the moment. You were like, oh, I just focused on this.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think
I can't. You said like it sounded like a philosopher. I was
Oh.
like, we got Aristotle out here.
yes, sir.
Might be 6'7" on the court, but he's
No.
in the classroom. He's got all A's.
Yes, sir. I do.
Ooh,
Good
I
work.
do. I do.
good job.
Yeah.
Absolute nerd.
All right, so a lot of a lot of players and coaches like to say just focus on the next game, but as a player, like that there's certain games that you're excited for. Which games are you most excited for on the calendar
Rolling
this
Meadows.
year?
Rolling Meadows and Prospect.
100%. Rolling Meadows and Prospect. You
Since,
like we
since sixth grade.
Yeah, we all like that's just like one of our main like last year you like Rolling Meadows had
Cam Christie.
Cam
Christie,
Christie,
yeah. All those good
Svet,
seniors.
all those guys, and most of them went to college to play, and so now that they're gone, like obviously we didn't have like 5 4-stars, like
Yeah.
blah 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 blah. But I feel like this year, like we can definitely like challenge them a lot more
Yeah.
than they would think.
And because now it's our class going against our class, so it's like
Yeah.
all the guys on Meadows and Prospect that we've played against since sixth grade. We're now playing varsity basketball against them, where what we've always talked about, and just being in the moment and knowing if we do our best, put in hard work, we can do what we need to do, take
Yeah.
care of business. So
I think my favorite game every year is the St. Battery game, so I'm very excited for that one too.
Yeah.
That's
At
at
home, too.
That's at home this year,
At
right?
home, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
Because last
last year was at Viter.
yeah, but they don't have Eli anymore, and he was like a senior, so it's basically our class against their class
Yeah.
again.
It's
Pretty much.
a lot of good rivalry games, conference games that should be really fun. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, obviously, I mean, you're going to be walking into Meadows too, hoping to take one from them.
Oh yeah, of
This year.
course. I feel like that's like a huge chip on our shoulders because I have like a couple friends over there, and they're obviously thinking they can beat us. And
Yeah,
they're gonna
everyone's
beat
always
everyone else in the conference, but
talking smack.
yeah, but I mean that fuels the fire.
100%. And I mean, last year, like 2 bad games against Rolling Meadows for varsity. We don't
Yeah, we're
got
not
to
gonna- yeah,
don't
we're
don't
not
got to talk
gonna
about it, but
We're not gonna talk about
like
it.
even last year when we played Rolling Meadows for sophomore, bad game at Rolling Meadows, and the first game we played them at Hersey, I rolled my ankle and wasn't able to play. So, kind of hoping I can
You guys would have won by
play
30,
both
right?
games. Yeah, no, if I played, I would have dropped like 45 points, like
Something like that.
triple
Something
double,
For
something
sure.
too, probably
Light
like
work.
that. So yeah,
A quick dunk.
Ooh,
couple dunks.
couple?
I don't know.
Couple games.
Go full tomahawk. You go free throw line dunk.
Well, off the glass between the legs.
Ooh.
Hold 360. I don't know. Free throw
Something
line.
easy.
Yeah.
So obviously, I mean, we keep on talking about like that kind of stay in your moment mentality, but you do obviously have expectations. You got the holiday tournament over break coming up. Do you have like any big expectations for that one?
I would say
Win.
yeah.
That's about all it really
I
is,
mean,
right?
it's pretty much just like
Great answer.
yeah, yeah. Because we last year, when we went to Pekin,
You guys did pretty good last year, right?
yeah, we
Yeah.
came in third, but like they had like a stacked Moline team, and then Mount Carmel, who they have Angelo, who's a Northwestern commit, and then the 2 Moline guys are both at Iowa right now. So I mean, for us to come in third, which is like the highest we've ever gone, that was actually really nice. And then it was just like kind of like the team bonding.
Yeah,
it was
it's-
just fun, like going
Yeah,
to
we're
like,
all really excited for
like
the team
going out to
bonding and-
eat and like staying in hotel rooms together
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And like sometimes if we have like off periods within the day, you just get to spend time with each other
Yeah.
and just have a good time.
Should be definitely gonna be some good games, good teams
Oh,
out
yeah.
in Pekin. But
Definitely.
it should be fun.
It's just basically all over.
Yeah, it is.
You
Yeah.
got like like down south teams. You have
Yeah.
like up north, stuff like that.
Should be fun though.
Yeah.
Now we're going to transition a little bit away from like kind of super basketball specific. I mean, this one question will be, and then Johnny's got some.
I got a few in the bag.
He's got a
Oh,
list
great.
lined up. What are some favorite pregame meals? I mean, Jackson, you're huge. I mean, and Nick, I know you're a big dude too. So
Calling this guy fat or like?
no.
Hold
Hold up.
I did lose a lot of weight because of football, but I mean, I would say, dude, I don't know. I feel like if I have enough time, I can eat Chipotle. You might think I'm crazy.
Whoa.
Nah, Chipotle's it depends on how much
But
time it is, really.
Yeah, because like if we have a game at say 7 and like I end like sea lunch or whatever, then I go straight there and then I have time to just like like let it rest instead of eating it right before a game. That would be bad. But I also feel like a quick sandwich from Jersey Mike's.
Did that the other day,
Little-
actually.
little
I did
Italian.
that. I did that for the
Mike's Way.
on
That's made.
Saturday, actually. Went to Jersey Mike's with Wyatt. Me and him at Jersey Mike's. And then we went back to Hersey and we played basketball, so.
Yeah, I would just say sandwiches because it's like pretty easy, light.
Just quick.
Yeah, or like like quick grilled chicken breast.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something not too heavy, but not too light.
Yeah. Sustain like the energy.
Yeah, one that I've always go to for me kind of is pasta. I mean, pasta's always pretty good, like chicken and pasta or whatever. Not too much because pasta can definitely be really
Yeah,
filling.
high carbs.
But a lot of
Watermelon.
carbs for the game.
Yeah, watermelon Sour Patch
stuff like
Kids.
that, yeah. Yeah, fuck that.
I have that before every single game.
The
I
little
had it.
ritual you got there?
Yeah. Last year was.
Well, you've been doing the Fruit Loops lately.
Yeah,
A bag of Fruit Loops.
A
Thornton's.
whole bag of Fruit
Thornton's.
Loops.
No,
Oh, the little
packet.
container?
Yeah.
No, not even that. It's like comes in a little bag and they're like jumbo-sized Fruit Loops.
Jumbo-sized Fruit Loops?
Swear.
Actually pretty good.
I had a box of Fruit Loops in my car for like a month last
That's
year that I would just like,
That's
it's Fruit Loops, it's great.
why are they just in your car?
I get hungry if I'm driving. Like if I've got to
Johnny,
go
I've been in your
drive out
car
to
a couple
Gurney.
times. You
All right,
can't
we
be
don't
talking.
need to bring that
You
up.
cannot be talking, buddy.
It's not that bad. It's like my Mariano's gear.
It's pretty bad.
All right.
My Ahlquist, my car or Johnny's car, which is better?
Definitely the RCB mobile.
You haven't even been in the RCB.
Yes, he
movie.
has.
Oh,
Yes, I have.
forgot.
JV Warriors last year,
Yeah.
me and
For
Ahlquist.
baseball, yep.
I was a snacker in the dugout though, baseball. Kind of leads into. I know you knew I had the
I was
snacks,
too a little bit.
but
I
that
always
kind
had
of
the sunflower seeds. So.
sunflower seeds are good. Is there like a different like routine like football into basketball? Because I know both you guys play.
Yeah, for sure.
Different like
yeah.
food.
For
Well,
food-
for food, before every single game, there were bananas and Uncrustables.
Yeah, bananas and Uncrustables and water and Gatorade.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
if Thursdays we go to a pasta party, but that's the day before a game. so
yeah,
it doesn't
and that's the
count.
same with basketball too. So.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any post game meals after basketball? Because I know football. I snuck in. I got lose. Tom let me get lose after the first game of the year.
Yeah. So like there was lose. There was there were burgers, but some.
There was Lou's. There was Muggs Pizza. It was like Muggs Burgers sometimes.
Yeah, Mugs Burgers.
It was pizza from Jets Pizza.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was.
Shout out
good.
Jets.
Jets
Yeah.
is great.
It's
Powered by
pretty good.
Jets.
Yeah, I know, dude.
Uh,
The deep dish, like the crust, Detroit
Yeah.
style. Oh.
I think there was Bona Pizza. No, that might have been last year.
Did you guys get Portillo's one of the last games?
I don't think so. I know we had Bona Beef when we were sophomores. You didn't play
Yeah, no, I
sophomore
didn't
year.
play.
But I know we had Bona Beef. I don't know what other post game meals we had.
I feel, but like, sometimes you lose so much. Like you lose so many calories playing like basketball. Like, not,
But
like
my eyes,
practice.
it just cancels out really.
Yeah.
Like for
but,
me, I just don't gain or lose weight. I just stay the same.
Yeah, but like I sweat a ton during practice, and I know I lose a lot of weight. Like, and during football, I would like there was one practice where I lost like 5 or 7 pounds,
Yeah.
just
especially during
based
the
off
summer
of just
when we would go to football practice and then basketball right after.
yeah. That was pretty bad. There was one day where I lost like 10 pounds
Yeah.
of like
Oof.
sweat and stuff like that. But it
Always-
was, I mean, but then you would just like grub after.
yeah,
Like,
afterwards it's always just
talking like double butter burger from Culver's.
Ooh,
Yeah.
so good.
Dude, cheese curds. Gets wicked. Gets wicked.
there were some good over the summer. There's some good meals that we ate
Oh yeah.
Nick,
after basketball practice.
You recently put me onto Naps Pizza.
Oh, Naps
don't
is
even
so
get me
good.
started.
Naps is so
I've,
good.
I've never had it before, and he took me
Never
there.
had Naps?
It was life changing.
Oh, it's so good.
I've been going there way too much now. It's
But like
We went-
$4 for a big slice of
huge.
pizza.
And you can get like a drink, and it's like $5 for a full meal.
Exactly.
I got lucky once over at Naps. Like their card thing wasn't working. They gave me 2 free slices.
Oh yeah.
That's what happened
Oh
when
my
we
God.
Yeah,
went
he
there.
was like the piece
goes-
it was too small, even though it was like a normal
And then he
size.
gave
and
you
he
double.
gave
And
him a
he gave me
second
another
one.
Yeah.
piece, yeah.
Dude, Naps
Yeah.
is the best.
It is, and that's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
We went there a lot during football season. Like every B lunch we would go in there.
Oh yeah. Because it's like pretty like although it's like a little farther away.
It's just down Palatine Road.
Yeah,
so,
it's
I mean,
just it's
not
pretty
bad.
much just down Palatine Road, but like it's just so like quick.
Yeah.
Like it's super quick, and then like dude, I got the fries the other day.
I've only gotten the pizza there.
Never-
got good fries?
I didn't even know that
I
they
went
had
with
fries.
Charlie Arvanitis, and we both
Chardonnay.
got the fries, and we were dipping them in the ranch, dude.
Dude, their ranch is pretty good.
Did
too.
Char
Yes.
get like 2 sides of fries?
No, he got fries and pizza just like me. Or I think we shared the fries. I don't know. There was a large amount of them though.
Now that I think about it, me and you are always grubbing. Like we're always eating together.
Yeah.
Like yesterday we had Mr. Allison's with Charlie.
Oh yeah, dude. Mr. A's
Mr. Ace is pretty good.
hits. Little meat lover skillet.
We got me and you got the same thing.
Yeah.
Twins for real.
All right, just random question. New Fortnite season came out. What are your thoughts on it so far?
Well, I mean the OG season was like crazy good.
Yeah.
But
They're
I
doing
haven't
too much.
I've only played like 2 games
Yeah.
and it was not really good.
Yeah, I was playing last night with Marcus and
Marcus and Charlie.
yeah, Charlie. It was not the best. It was
No.
it was
I feel like they're doing too much.
yeah.
Yeah, they
There's
did
just,
way
like,
way too much stuff
way
going
too
on.
much. So much that we indeed actually hopped on Minecraft.
Yeah,
so,
we got on Minecraft for a little bit.
Minecraft world.
Well,
so.
Johnny, don't you also think like with like the shields and everything, it's like everyone's saying it's like Call of Duty.
Yeah, people were saying it's
absolutely,
like Call of Duty.
absolutely. And
Like,
like
it's
the
just
the this like the scopes and stuff and like the
Yeah.
customize. They're just trying to be Call of Duty at this point. And
Yeah.
it's not
Charlie's
working.
Charlie's actually still mad that last night he didn't get that win last night.
Yeah, he was not happy at
And
all.
engineering, he was like, dude, I'm still mad. Like he's like, how am I supposed to kill the guys with the riot shield? Like,
He
what am I supposed to do?
sent a picture to the group chat. He's like, I'm top 5 boys. Like, wish me luck. And then 5 minutes later, he was like,
He's like, I just died to a guy
He
with
was,
a riot shield
he
or
was
whatever.
so pissed. This question just got changed on me by our teacher. If you could date anybody in history, who would it be?
In history, like,
Anybody of all time. He changed it on me. It was if you could fight someone.
fight someone.
And Johnny was looking for the fight. He wants to throw hands.
Well, that wasn't me that came up with it. It was Anthony.
Anthony, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm actually not that surprised
Yeah,
now
no,
that I
not
think
at all.
about it.
I got no clue.
Dude,
Like anyone.
Literally anybody.
It's a deep philosophical question, you know. You got to go deep
is a
into
deep
the
question.
history.
I'm
I know. I mean, we've got the nerd over here.
Like
Apparently,
1800s, like. I don't know.
let me think. I might be dating back to the 1780s.
For
Yeah,
for who?
No, I'm just
Who?
kidding.
I don't know.
Dude, that's a hard
That
question.
is a good question.
Let's flip it on you guys.
oh, you know, I'm passing to
Got
Johnny.
him.
Johnny's got to go first.
All right.
I've heard some wild things from Johnny.
Like what? We don't need to say that on the podcast. It's got to be Kate Upton. I said it last year
All
too
right.
when I was the manager. It's
It's
Dude,
a
I
good.
have no clue.
It's not a bad pick.
you
No,
don't know
it's-
who Kate Upton is?
No, I have no
Oh,
clue
okay.
like, who to pick.
All right, just making sure.
What about you?
Oh, I have zero clue. There's like nothing I could come up with.
I can't be the only one that answers this question.
Every
It would
time
be
that
funny
someone
if
asks me
Johnny's
a
the only
question like that, I just never think of something. I don't know why.
All right.
Nope, I got it. Kim K.
All right.
Kim K's
Kim
a good
K.
one.
That's a good answer.
Kim K's a good answer.
That's a good answer.
Hey, basketball background.
Yep.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. What are 2 things on your high school bucket list that you still haven't done that you want to do in your next 2 years here?
Basketball wise, right?
Literally,
just anything?
anything.
Anything?
You could do a basketball one. You could do just in general.
I don't know.
Travel,
That's a good
life,
question.
anything.
I would say just do like a huge like trip with like a bunch of the guys.
Yeah, that'd
Like
be
I,
fun.
I feel like that would be so fun because like
Senior summer.
yes,
Yeah.
like I feel like us 3, Char, like Bennett,
Yeah,
Marcus, all
That'd
of
be
definitely.
them,
our whole
like,
friend group. That
Yeah.
should be fun.
like
That'd be
that
fun.
that
Yeah.
would be wildly like
Get
you
like
don't know what's gonna
Get like
happen.
an Airbnb.
that
Johnny, are you paying for the Airbnb?
No.
You've got a job.
Johnny's got
He's
no
got a
money.
job. He's got a job.
Yeah, I have
Daddy's
a job.
money.
He works at
That is
Marriott.
not daddy's
I'm
money.
just
I
kidding.
pay for my own gas.
I like that. I like that.
I pay for my own meals, my own gas. Wow, it is already 1:35. But I pay for a lot of my stuff. So
It's a hardworking man that's gonna pay for the Airbnb.
no, I am not.
All right. So final question, then we're gonna wrap it up. Favorite Christmas movie and maybe a favorite Christmas tradition.
I mean, National Christmas Vacation, National Lapoon's Christmas Vacation, however long that long time.
What?
National
Christmas
Lampoon's.
Vacation. National.
Oh.
Yeah, you
Got
could've
Clark
said Christmas
Griswold.
Vacation.
Got the lights.
I would say mine is Griswold's Family Christmas.
Yeah. That's the
one
same one he
Oh, it
just
is.
said. It's called National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
That's what it is.
Oh, dude, we think so.
That one, yeah, we're
Damn it.
Elf is the best Christmas movie. It's not even close.
I feel okay. Someone mentioned it
Elf.
the other day.
Elf.
Elf's overrated.
Oh my God.
Hold
No,
up.
Elf,
hold
Elf
up.
is a really good movie.
It's
But-
good.
Someone mentioned it the other day, and it's like it is so overplayed to where I don't want to
Yeah.
watch it, but it is still the greatest Christmas movie of all time.
Elf.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I
it
know
is
I can
overplayed.
script it in my
It's
head
so
when everything
good.
happens.
It is,
But it's
it is
overplayed.
so
to be
good.
fair.
It's
Doesn't matter.
overplayed, but it's great.
I watch it every single year.
It's not my number one, but it's probably like
Definitely
top
number
3.
one.
Dude,
I think Home
Polar
Alone is
Express
overrated.
low key hits
Polar Express is a
sometimes.
good
Polar
one.
Express hits.
I
think-
hated Polar Express for years. But
What?
no, hear me out. But just recently, I watched again like 2 years ago. It actually does hit.
Yeah.
Like late in Christmas.
Yeah.
It's like maybe the 22nd. It's dark. It's snowing outside. You
Yeah.
throw it on with the family.
Yeah, exactly.
Home Alone's always a good one too.
I think it's overrated.
One or
I was
two.
just about to say that.
probably the 1st
Don't
one.
say 2.
Not 2. Probably
Two
the
is
first one.
horrible.
Some people
Yeah.
like 2. I like 1,
First
but
one.
some people
the
like
people
2.
that like 2 are wrong because it's a bad movie.
Yeah, John.
Yeah. Wait, what's a like tradition you do though?
Oh, tradition. Christmas morning always just the family, and we're always. Me and my dad always sit on the couch to watch the basketball games that are on.
Yeah, some slight.
Oh, Christmas Eve, always go to my grandpa's house, and then we go to church together. It's a good tradition. I don't know. Pretty good.
I would say I have like a couple. So like I think it's like it's been going on for like so many years where we would have like this Christmas pickle pause. So like
What?
so like you would like
I know what you're talking about. Someone
so-
takes a pickle, it's an ornament.
Oh, yeah, in the
someone
middle of
hangs
the tree. Yeah.
either in the middle of the tree and then you get money. That's
my
like
grandpa does,
yeah,
actually.
that's a big one. Or we would always go to like my my cousin's farm, which was owned by my great grandparents, and we like there's like a ton of land, and we all just like either go sledding or we have like vehicles down there like dirt bikes and like ATVs and stuff like that, and we just like go mob around and stuff like that. But other than that, I feel like it's just like a pretty
chill Christmas for me.
Yeah.
Always just spending time at home, chilling
Yeah.
with the family. So
What do you got, Johnny? What do you do?
Christmas Eve, always going to my aunt's house. And all the girls in our family go make cookies like a week before, and then we
So
all have them.
you go make a cookie?
No, I don't make the cookies, Nick.
you just eat them.
Did you get me some cookies
just
this year,
eat 'em.
Johnny?
No. Probably not.
Did your mom,
They're
did your mom
gone.
make any of the cookies?
Those my mom's.
Your mom makes
My
some
mom's. It's a
good
family
cookies.
recipe. It's like the
Some good cookies.
big family recipe. They're very good cookies.
What about you, RCB?
Dude, my traditions have changed. We used to always go to like my on my grandma's side 'cause we're Polish. We would go
Yeah.
over to our family for Christmas. Now it's like we usually go to like a Christmas concert every year.
Okay.
Like either over at church, like we'll go there usually Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day we just kind of spend with the family inside. Nothing special. Although we're trying to start
Wait.
tradition.
Audio stop recording. Like just now. I was
Oh.
looking at it a second ago.
Uh,
Oh no, it didn't. I'm
oh.
wrong. My bad.
Johnny,
well,
dude.
But yeah, so basically, I just family time, movies. We watch a lot of like old school movies, like Holiday Inn, White Christmas, like Bing
Okay.
Crosby.
Yeah.
Got it. Do you participate in any Christmas carols?
I might this year. Me and my friends were thinking about going around just
Sick.
caroling to a bunch of our other friends' houses.
Sick.
I'm lead singer. I mean, you
Yeah.
got it. You know all
Of
right.
course.
Obviously.
I think we might do like a group one,
Yeah.
sing like Mo Bamba or something.
Yeah,
Definitely.
something like
go
that.
walk around,
Little,
just
like-
knocking on people's doors.
Yeah,
for
some,
sure.
some
Yeah.
like Kodak Black.
Yeah, something like
Yeah, I
that.
don't know.
Yeah.
Might get wicked.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for this week. Thanks so much for tuning in. And big thanks to Jackson and Nick. You guys were
thank you.
absolutely
For
great.
sure.
It's been a blast. Real good quotes. We're going to have a lot of quotes to put up there on the social medias.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So thanks so much for watching. Tune in next week. We're not sure who we're going to have yet, but definitely stay tuned all week long during the season. Thanks so much for watching, and see you later.